Hello YouTube, this is Birdo Prey 5 and welcome to the founding of, I don't know what the city is going to be called yet, but it is on the Donut City map, which we built over the last 2 episodes. You guys can see it's got a bit of a donut hole in the middle. It's got a river that goes around it. The main landmass we're going to be building on is this island, and we are going to start over here. Now give me a minute, I will get the comments up in my tablet so that I can see if anyone's actually here and answer questions or whatnot as things happen. Okay. Thomas Potts says hello and he can hear me. Hello Thomas, very good to hear you. Derek says the city on the edge of forever. Very similar looking actually. You turn this island on the side, it kind of looks like the city on the edge of forever. We might, that might be the name for the city. Thomas Potts says, I'm playing the game also. And Derek says, we are just here to ask Alexa. Sure you are, Derek. Sure you are. Well, for those who want to hear, Alexa, Volume 7. Alexa, open the pod bay doors.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. I'm not Hal and we're not in space.
So yeah, she does have a response for that. Okay, so man, this is okay. Well, first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and buy all the rest of these hold on one second, guys. I'm going to go ahead and buy the rest of these pieces here. Sure I am. Yeah, there we go. Purchase. 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 That's gonna take a minute. Remember, it's not cheating because I'm not playing against anyone. I know to build roads, game. I know to build roads. Also lets me zoom out now that I own pretty much the whole map. Just kind of wondering why I couldn't zoom out before. Now these are just the 25 tiles that are available in the game, the regular game. The map is actually made up of 81 tiles, because right, this is 5 by 5, but there's really 2 more tiles, like 8 and 9. So it's really a 9 by 9 grid. So that would be 81 tiles. There are mods that let you actually use all 81, but there are issues because the game is just not designed. So a lot of buildings just don't work if they're outside this perimeter. So I don't bother with that mod personally, but for those interested, yes, it could be done. Okay, well, here's my first real decision to make. I am very tempted to just start building a city right here. But if I do that, this highway is going to end here. And that means we won't have a highway that connects to the main highway. So I'm thinking, even though this is expensive, but this is why we play with infinite money, I'm thinking the best case option here is to just extend this highway a bit and add an interchange so that we can pull this highway through the map. Now, that was not very straight. There we go. Okay, let me get this interchange built. I really like this four-way intersection. So I'm going to go with this one. And of course I have to connect it and then upgrade the highways to 4 lanes, which takes a minute, but is well worth it in the end. So Kronos says Qapla all. Qapla, Kronos. Kronos asks Sal 9000. Hal, I believe. Thomas says he's holding on. What are you holding on for, Thomas? Kronos says, is this how the mob works out land deals? Basically, Kronos. DJ Odyssey says, hail everyone. Hail bird. It's 5:21. Well, it's only 5:23 now, so not too far behind. I see some good news for the dude that made the Vader fan film. Lucasfilm stepped in and ordered Disney and their lackeys to remove the copyright claim. Well, that's very cool. I mean, he's still not making any money, but at least Disney is not making money. So something to be said for that. Chrono says the DJ Odyssey says, hey, we're starting to fall asleep there for a bit. Hey, Kronos. Thomas Potts want me to add tolls. You want me to add tolls? Nobody's even moved in yet, Thomas. But, you know, I could. I've never... I never put tolls in before. But I certainly could. I probably should, right? I mean, we should make them pay their quote-unquote fair share, right? DJ Odyssey says, so what road will take me to the strip joint? We'll have to make some back road into an industrial area. That's probably the best place. Thomas Pod says, I told you to hold on. Thomas, I say a lot of things. Do not take them literally. Chrono says, make deer run across the roads. That I cannot do. Let me get the city started. And this way, when I come back to the comments next time, we can actually have some, we can actually have the game play some decent shots of the city as it grows. Okay, so first off, we're gonna do the upgrades. I need to put on road anarchy. That allows upgrading roads and putting roads even where they wouldn't otherwise be allowed. Okay, and now here. If I was smart, I would do the asset editor and just create this 4x4 highway interchange and save it so I could just plop it down wherever I need it instead of always re-editing the 3-lane version. But to be honest, I haven't used the asset editor like that yet, so yeah, we're stuck with what we're stuck with. Okay, so here's my thought. I'm thinking we will keep industry to the south side of this highway. That will keep it away from residential and commercial areas on the north side of the highway. Also, we can put some cargo ports and whatnot down on the bottom there. That'll keep them close to the I mean, we can put cargo ports anywhere we need on the map, but the closer to the outside connections, the better. Let's see what this map shows us. What why are we not seeing? Okay, here we are. Shows us resources. Okay, this blue area is ore resources. The black area is oil. The yellow is farmable land. And pretty much anywhere there are a lot of trees is forest. So you can do timber. So I think we'll start with some generic industry and some timber. Don't want to get too dirty to start off with, but That'll work. That'll give us something to go on, and we'll build some homes. Now, yeah, I guess I should shut off. I do currently have a mod on that turn no fires. So I'm going to disable the mod so that we do get the occasional building fire, or God forbid even forest fire. And let's go ahead and save the game. And we will call it City on the Edge of Forever. That was a good name. In fact, we will. Can I edit the official name of the city to City on the Edge of Forever. Perfectly fits in there. So yeah, that's the official name of the map. Whoever came up with that name, he did a great service to the city. Okay, we don't need this anymore. Now there's a few things we can do. As much as I am not a fan of roundabouts in real life, the reality is in this game they work pretty well. So I think what I'll do is put a roundabout a little bit off the highway. And we'll use that to connect to our major roads. Okay. We got the train coming in there. We don't want to interfere with that too much, but let's build an avenue this way. We'll put some roads coming down. I don't want to go right up to the highway because we might want to go under the highway. Or over it. And this will get much more interesting once I actually put down some zoning and enable the game, because we're still paused technically. Okay, now we will use 2-lane highway. We don't need to use 4-lane highway to connect to these roads. There we go. We need water. Oh, yeah, we need water pipes and water source. Okay, let's see. What do we have for water? We got a regular water pumping station, which is kind of the default thing. I know I downloaded some extra options. These are sewers. Water treatment. Water tower, which is basically a water source. Water purifier. Okay, so we're going to start with a couple of basic water pumps. Now, these need to have clean water. The land doesn't need to be clean, but the water does. Now, we will put a few down over here so that the sound doesn't bother the residential place, and we'll follow the major roads. We're going to be doing more. We're definitely going to be doing more building this way. So let's go ahead and put down some piping. Okay, now we can put down pumps without putting down some type of sewage treatment. These are the most expensive, but they produce almost no pollution. Now, I'm a little surprised, because if you see these arrows, they're all pointing in this direction. Now, why would they be pointing in this direction when we know the water is coming out of here? The water is flowing in down from this, and it should be flowing out. The water should not be flowing in. I think that's just a temporary thing. I probably didn't run it long enough. Yeah, it probably was still sucking water back from when I edited the map and made it deeper. So, while by all logic I should put this over here, I'm going to go against logic, and we'll put it out here for now. It's really not going to make a difference because it is it's a pretty clean system. We will have to give it its own power source, so we'll plop down a wind turbine over there, and we've got to give it a water pipe to the main system. Okay, now we do need power. Realistically, we'd be using a small power plant, but for right now, to just get this started, we'll go ahead and use these it's nobody. We'll go ahead and use these advanced wind turbines. We'll put them in the water. They will bring power to our pumps, and we can use the pumps to bring power across, of course. We will increase the height of the, there we go. Okay, now we gotta put something down here to receive the power. It's just kind of the way this game works. So we'll put a park, even though it's not the ideal placement for a park. And let's zone some residential. Now we want some lower density residential too. It's not all high density. Okay. Let us start. That should, oh, I need some garbage. I need some garbage services. Okay, so let's keep the garbage services on the dirty half. So we're gonna do another roundabout. I'll go back to the 4-lane highway to be the main entrance to the roundabout and main exit. And then we'll do another major avenue. Well, let's make an avenue that goes down and over. Do the 2-lane highway to get onto this road. And off. Now, because industry roads, they tend to create a lot of traffic. We'll use some bigger roads. Why didn't that take? Okay, it's not perfect, but it'll do. Do the main avenue again. Go through here. Go through here. Go through here. Go through here. Okay, now this is a really big area, but you know, it will grow into itself. I'm going to just go ahead and make this all industrial. Dirty industrial. Now for garbage, I do have this is actually a fusion generator garbage dump. It doesn't generate much power, but it's pretty clean. It really just incinerates the garbage and turns it into power rather than using an actual landfill. But you know what? Just for the hell of it and to keep us going, I will put this power station here, and I will put the old-fashioned garbage dump right, we'll put it in here. Because, you know, it should look like garbage anyway. Okay, so now we're gonna need electricity to here. Even though that produces some electricity, it's not going to be enough. So we'll pull some power from there. There's going to be extra power from here. We could pull that too, if we want to be technical about it. We can put something over here. Don't really want to put a park. We could put a police station, because industry, we know industry is not the safest area. Yeah. Oh no, you know what we need? We need a fire station, because for some reason in this game, industries love to burn down. So we're gonna go ahead and put in a fire helicopter depot. That's probably what we really want. This is nobody. This is a spam call. Where is the fire? Okay, fire station. We'll put it here. That should keep all of this industry safe. We should also put a fire station over here to keep the people safe. And that should be enough to get us going. And we'll put it on max speed. And yeah, let's just watch this grow. Population is growing quickly. And we'll put on the camera while I go to the comments, because God knows how many comments I have missed. And yes, it's quite a few. Okay. DJ Odyssey says he wants a high-class strip joint, not some rundown one in a back area with crack hose working. DJ, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but what the hell is happening on that highway? Why are people out of their cars? I've never seen that before. Oh, look at that. That is a beautiful residential area. It's growing so quickly already. This is just some desolate train tracks. This will get nicer as the game goes on. But yeah, DJ Odyssey, not really a hell of a lot of those fancy strip clubs. You really only see those on TV. Thomas Potts says Steam Workshop has a porn store. Well, you know, I didn't think to look for any of that, but I guess I will next time, because that would be fun for the city. Chrono says, send all the traffic spiraling into the center. Hilarity would ensue. Thomas Potts says, is that interchange in the normal game? No, I downloaded this interchange. The ones in the normal game aren't bad, but this was a Steam Workshop interchange. DJ says, I wonder how many bodies the Godfather bird just hid in all that concrete. Chrono says, I'd bet Hoffa is somewhere between mile marker 12 and 13. And he's asking if it's too many mafia jokes too quickly. Do you think it's too many mafia jokes? I guess that's what you should ask yourself. DJ Odyssey says, don't want to get dirty. Damn bird's a tree hugger, lol. Then Thomas Potts says, wait, going to get dirty? Question mark. DJ Odyssey says, turned on the fire so he could burn down his own buildings to collect the insurance. I turned on the fire because, frankly, it's more interesting to watch when there are problems. Kronos says, place trees in the middle of the road. Ukawa. Buenas noches. Hola. Hola, Ukawa. Welcome to the stream. Kronos says, aren't roundabouts an English thing? I think they're just a non-American thing, to be honest. They tend to be in lots of non-American countries. Although England certainly has a lot of them. Luke. Hello, Luke Favak. Hello. Thomas Potts says, I sent you 2 pics of my city on Discord. You can look later. I will, Thomas. I really don't want to open Discord with the game open. It causes some issues. Look, we're already getting some traffic. Bob Dog says, I live in Alaska. They recently introduced a couple of roundabouts and can confirm Americans were forced to learn at peril of crashing. Luke says, oh my gosh, just encountered a feminist in the comment section of an anti-feminist. DJ Odyssey says he'll try and be back. Luke says, so obviously racist and sexist, yet accusing others of her flaws. Transfer much. Why are people backing up on the highway? What is going on? What did I miss? Did they update this game for idiots? Idiot drivers? Thomas Potts says, something different in this than SimCity I noticed. Emergency vehicles just sit in traffic. I don't know, Thomas. Honestly, I notice most of the time emergency vehicles will get out of lanes as long as there's an open lane available, and will try to get around traffic to get where they're going. Although I do have a mod that makes traffic behave supposedly more realistic, so perhaps that's due to the mod. You know, it's been so long since I played the vanilla game, I can't say what the original behavior was. Bob Dog says humans love to do that. Anti-tracker, hello Anti-tracker. It was at 5:38, so I'm 20 minutes behind. He says, hey guys, James Pace Photography, welcome James Pace Photography, howdy all. Thomas Potts says something different than in SimCity. Yes, I read that. Thomas Potts says Anti-tracker, hello. Chrono says hi there. Luke says hi Michael. Luke says lowering pressure after an enormous encounter with feminism, sigh. Kronos asks, who's Michael? Who's Michael, Kronos? Michael J. Crawford, the Anti-tracker. James Pace Photography says, you mean Anti-tracker treatment, lol. Anti-tracker says, hey, I know you guys having different beliefs. However, I would ask for thoughts and prayers directed toward Mrs. Anti-tracker. She is having a very bad day right now. Oh, Anti-Tracker, I am so sorry. She definitely has my thoughts and prayers, and I am sure I speak for everyone here. We are not, we are wishing her the best. If there's anything we can do, I know there's not a hell of a lot, but if there's anything we can do for you or for her, please let us know. I hope, there were things that are bad. She's had, obviously, we know she's had her fair share of bad days last year. I hope it's not that serious, but whatever it is, we're wishing for the best. Yeah, Thomas says he's sorry to hear that. We're all sorry to hear that. Oh, geez. Anti-Hooker says, nobody has been able to reach her mother for a couple of days. Mrs. Anti-Tracker's sister called the police to do a welfare check on her, and they found her non-responsive. Oh, I'm so sorry. She had a massive stroke sometime in the last 2 to 3 days. Prognosis is not good. Oof, that is a tough one. But miracles can happen. Grant the odds are not in the favor, but they are not impossible. Some of us will do more than wish. Luke says, Anti-Tracker, I can't pray, especially because pulling, so I guess that was some little bit of happy humor. Luke says, moral of the story, if you want to pray for someone, don't tell him or her. It will work better that way. Cronus says, wow, we are a family here, and yeah, that is tragic. My best thoughts go out to your wife and you. Luke says, in fairness, she would have no way of knowing you were praying for her. I guess because Anti-Tracker won't tell her, so. Anti-Tracker says, thank you, Kronos. Luke says, unless you tell her. Anti-Tracker says, sorry to be a negative turd here. Don't be sorry, Anti-Tracker. These things happen. Anti-Tracker says, Luke, perhaps the French translation does not work, but non-responsive means she's basically in a coma at this point, unaware of her surroundings. If it is any consolation, Anti-Tracker, when I was told I was in a coma, I was never more content. I was surrounded by family and loved ones. I was feeling that for somehow we had moved to Hawaii. I was told we never had to worry about money again. And like literally things could not have been nicer or better. I hope if Mrs. Anti-Tracker's mother, if she's in that situation, I hope if she's processing anything, if it was half as happy and content as I felt, she's in a good place. Thomas Potts says, Bird will be here in about 40 minutes. Anti-Tracker says, I have to say, I feel so helpless right now. Yeah, I can only imagine. I have friends that I hadn't been able to get a hold of, and then luckily they did end up contacting me. It turns out they thought they had texted me, but it just didn't go through and they hadn't noticed for like 2 weeks. So I was waiting. Why are the people on the highway getting out of their cars? I'm sorry. But yeah, I was waiting for them. I was getting scared. It was getting to the point I was going to ask my sister to fly down to Florida to go find them because I didn't know what had happened to them. And it just turned out that the text message failed to go through and they didn't notice. So they thought they had responded to me, but they hadn't. But yeah, it's a terrible feeling when you don't know what to do, or there's really nothing you can do. Mrs. Anti-Tracker just started feeling normal-ish after losing her sister. Now this. James Pace Photography says, we are all here for you and your family. I'll keep your family in my prayers. Thank you, James. I'm trying to work on tomorrow's video, but that is tough right now. Anti-Tracker, I think we all, don't worry about your video right now. You've got bigger things to worry about. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna leave this playing. I want to see what's going on with this map. I'll get back to the comments in a minute or two. I have never seen in this game people running down the highway. It is ridiculous. James Pace says, focus on your wife, we will understand. Chrono says, I would say don't worry about the vid at this time. I'm sure everyone would understand. Anti-Tracker says, James, I know you guys would understand. However, YouTube is a significant part of our household income. I cannot just not make videos. That is true. YouTube algorithm does not like it when you skip videos. While it's technically against all the rules, Anti-Tracker, if you wanted to send me your password, I would certainly log in and do some videos using your account if it would be a help. I'm sure it wouldn't. But I'm going to put that offer on the table because it's one of the few things I can do to help. I doubt it would be helpful, but if it is in any way, I'm sure Lore would also do it for you, and he's actually closer and actually has thousands and thousands of subscribers, so he'd probably be a better choice. But man, these people just want to get run over. Is this highway on the border? I don't get it. Thomas Potts says, "Oh no, this channel is getting dirty." Anti-Tracker says, "Dirty?" question mark. Thomas Potts says, "Bird is making pollution." You can't make a city without cracking a few eggs, Thomas. Luke says, "Anti-Tracker, I know what you're going through. A tough period in your life. I lost my father at 21. So believe me, I get what you're feeling right now. I am with you in thought." James Pace Photography says, "You're a good man, doing whatever it takes to support your family. If you need help with anything, just ask. We'll make it happen." Yeah, Anti-Tracker, if your wife needs to get back to Portland again, if you're going to be doing a new fund, please let us know. We'll go ahead and put it up. We can put it on the website. We can put it on the videos. This video, I don't care. I'll tell people to go. Not that many people are going to watch, but hell, you should go on tonight again and just tell people if need be. Anti-Tracker says, "Luke, my dad died in the 90s and my mom about 5 years ago, but it's still worse watching my wife deal with it." And James Pace Photography says, "You guys went above and beyond when my sister-in-law passed away. I could not ask for that kind of help again. You're not asking, Anti-Tracker, we are offering." Luke says, "Anti-Tracker, it's always worse to watch someone you care about deeply suffering, but she needs you to be strong to support her. Turn that turd into a rock, you shall you?" Anti-Tracker says, "Making that turd as solid as I can." Mrs. Anti-Tracker is making a bunch of phone calls now, calling her mom's 2 ex-husbands, her aunt, etc. No fun. Luke says that traffic is weird. It sure is, Luke. James Pace Photography says, "I have to get ready for work. Hang in there. God bless." Thanks, James. Luke asks, "Bird, what kind of power plants do you have?" I've got a decent selection of power plants, Luke. Road tolls. Oh yeah, the tolls. I said I'd put tolls. We've got wind turbine, advanced wind turbine, which produce more power but have to be built on water. We've got a coal power plant, an oil power plant, a hydro power plant, which is basically a dam, but we don't have any suitable place we can build a dam on this map. Solar power plant, nuclear plant, geothermal, solar updraft tower, which is kind of like an advanced solar panel, solar power plant, ocean thermal energy conversion plant. A lot of different green energy power plants. Now this is a user-made one called Gauss. Operates as a clean and highly effective power plant utilizing state-of-the-art electromagnetic acceleration technology. This one here is like a total cheat. It's a Tesla cube. It is a tiny little box that produces 200 megawatts of power. Only costs $200 a week to run. There's this big, people just like to throw the Tesla name on things. Tesla Gigafactory. Now, this costs $1,440 a week to run, but it produces 2,800 megawatts, which is probably enough to run an entire city. And then there's this little one, Tesla supercharging station, which is more of a little parking lot, but it produces 1 megawatt of output, which is, it's a very tiny one, and it's good if you just need power in like a very small location. Let me finish off the comments and then I'll get back to the map. Anti-Tracker says, Joe, thanks for the kind words about 20 to 40 minutes ago, lol. Thomas Potts, we are a family, kind of a weird one. Is there any other kind, Thomas? Luke says, Anti-Tracker, he's cheering you up in the past from the future. Lol. Anti-Tracker says, Bird of Prey 5, first of all, thank you for the kind offer. If it comes down to it, it will depend on if I need to travel to Portland. Luke says to Anti-Tracker, make George pay for his laziness and force him to do videos for you during the week. Thomas Potts says the Bird of Prey and Lore Hour. Yeah, we could take turns singing songs. That will drive your channel right into the ground. You're like, sorry, Anti-Tracker, you went from 7,400 subscribers to 74 in the course of a week. You don't have to thank us all at once. Kronos wants dirty coal power. Dirty coal? What is this? West Virginia? Anti-Tracker says, how do you unlock all that stuff? I just have turbine and coal available. There's all different mods, Anti-Tracker. Mods that let you unlock everything from the beginning, give you unlimited money, unlimited resources. So yeah, if you Google them or if you're playing it through the Steam the easiest way is to go to the Steam Workshop and for City Skylines, and there's tons of mods you can download. In fact, there's quite a few mods built into the game already. If on the main menu of the game you go to I don't know if it's settings or content editor, something like that, there's mods you can edit and you can enable a bunch of things. Anti-Tracker says, I can figure out how to do anything in this game. My city just goes bankrupt in a few minutes. Anti-Tracker, go ahead if you, I mean, I know you've got a hell of a lot on your plate right now, but when you have the time, YouTube search cities, Skylines, like a starter city or first city. They'll give you some layouts of a basic city you can design to start with. That'll just make you a ton of money. You can just let it play for, an hour or two, and just it'll bring in plenty of money. It'll slowly grow, and from there you can pretty much do anything you want. And that's without using any type of mods. Certainly if you want to use mods, you can do that too. Everything I learned from this game, I learned from watching on YouTube videos. There's tons and tons of videos on this game. How to use it. First, City Skylines 101. Kronos asked, Tesla cube equal Tesseract? I don't know. I don't know what Tesseract is. Thomas Potts says, turn money off. Luke says, Bird of Prey 5, the solar tower is placed in the middle of a big mirror, concentrating sunlight to water tank. Evaporated water climbs the tower and activates a turbine processing electricity. I understand that, Luke, although it seems to work even at night. Anti-Tracker says, how do you turn money off? It is one of the built-in mods to the game, Anti-Tracker. Again, on the game's main menu, I think it's Content Editor or something. You click on that, then there'll be on the left or something, there'll be a section called Mods. And you can just literally check a box for unlimited money and a few other things. Thomas Potts is basically giving you the same directions. Luke says Bird of Prey 5. The advanced windmill looks like it's combined with a water mill underneath. I didn't look at it that closely. Thomas Potts says no turd tower on the Steam Workshop. Not yet. Ask the mob for some money. Well, you can always take bailouts. You can take bailouts basically forever. So it's almost like it's mob money, but without any without having to pay it back. Luke says the thing I always found weird about the giant windmills is why not add solar panels along the big pylons supporting the mills? I don't know, probably just not worth the money for the little bit of power that would provide. Okay, so now it's nighttime in the game. Uh-oh. What is going on here? Not enough water. Why is there not enough water? Oh my god, I forgot to lay water pipes. Oh man. All that time this stuff could have been growing. I forgot to lay water pipes in the industrial district. Probably half of this stuff hasn't been running. See, that's where I like SimCity. You don't have to deal with running water pipes. They just run it for you. If you're gonna build a road, you might as well just build the water pipe underneath it. Uh, okay. So now what's going on here? This place is on fire. Well, there's a fire station. The fire station is complaining the crime rate is high. Seriously? You guys can't keep the criminals at bay? Okay. So we need a police station. We'll put a police headquarters. Let's center it a little. There's nothing there. There we go. Police headquarters. That should reduce the crime rate. Okay, the fire's out. The traffic is not bad here. Okay, the crime rate at the city dump will obviously fall. Let's see how the people are doing. Oh, they are not happy with the crime rate either. What did we get in? The worst of the worst here? Come on, people. Okay. Okay, you're gonna get some policing. It's what you want. You want to be told what to do, and you'll get a police station. I guess I'll... Oh, did the police finally get up here? They're cleaning up. It looks like the police... Okay. The police actually made it. Maybe they didn't make it quite this far. Oh, now we've got dead people. I forgot death care. Okay, well, you know what? They're getting a police station. A small one. Now I need to put down... I love how crematory and cemetery are both under healthcare. And we're gonna go ahead and put a cemetery right next to the fire station, and people are gonna be happy. This is the only game where people are happy about living next to a cemetery, and they're going to be happy about living next to a crematorium too, which is even more nuts. This is a fire station? Man, this is a funny looking fire station. Huh. Okay. We need some commercial and industrial. We need to expand. Let's see. Let's take another major intersection. Highway. Not highway, avenue. We will use the 2-lane highway to go in and come out into the roundabout. And Okay, we're putting down more residential roads, really. And we want to make a commercial zone. Let's use another big piece of highway. We'll come out here. You don't want the commercial too close to the residential, though you don't want it too far either. Okay, we put in some cross streets. That reduces crazy amounts of traffic. Okay. Now I will not forget to build water pipes again. Yes, we still have plenty of water availability and sewage availability, so that is good. Okay. 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 Yeah, I know putting down water pipes is boring. I wish there was a mod that would just automate water pipes and power lines. That is one thing that SimCity did do right. Okay, now hospital. Yeah, these people don't have great medical care. I'm gonna go ahead and put like the giant hospital right here. So a lot of people can get to it. I do need to run the power over, so that's as good a place of any to hook up to power. Okay. We will now... Oh, you know what we're also missing? Our schools. We don't have any schools. We'll go up to here with high residential, high density, and then we'll do the rest here with low density residential, because I do enjoy seeing houses and whatnots. So let's put down some schools. elementary schools. They're the first schools you need. We could probably do eligible 334. Okay, well that one school is almost enough for everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and put a second school here. While I hate to evict people from their land, it's better for everyone. We'll put one there. That's gonna make people happy. Now the high school, that they're gonna have to travel a little further for. We will put a high school here. Actually, we'll put it here. That is more than enough for the whole city at this point. And now we gotta lay down some of the low density commercial, because high density commercial, you need a pretty well educated workforce to work in high density commercial. So low density commercial will be perfect for this workforce. And I think these people would be happy. There's not a hell of a lot of recreational stuff. Let me give them, let's look at this. This is a bouncy park. If I put it down, it's gonna make everybody happy. Yeah, look how happy they get. And it's just for a little bouncy castle. It makes bouncy castle with these idiots in costumes running around, making people feel happy. Yeah, things have built up nice. The industry here is getting nice and dirty. Let's go back to the, let's save the game before something terrible happens. City on the Edge of Forever. For those who weren't here, that's the name of the city. And let's get back to the cinema camera. Okay, back to the comments. Oh man, look at that traffic. Oh, excuse me. Luke says to me, if the tower collects water in the tank, uses electrolysis during the day, it produces dihydrogen and dioxygen, so H2 and O2. During the night, it consumes the hydrogen, producing electricity and water back. Is that true, Luke? I did not think that anybody had yet found a way to make more energy by splitting water into hydrogen and oxygen, then caught used by doing that. Like, I thought that was a energy losing reaction, but maybe. Thomas Potts says re-elect Bird of Prey. Don't worry, Thomas, I've got this election in the bag, as they say. Luke says we are thirsty, build these pipes. Oh wow, somebody with a username and a character set I am not familiar with. Forgive me, says what WTF. I don't know your name, sir, or ma'am, or dude, or dudette. I'm gonna say it looks Asian, but I don't know if that is Chinese, Japanese, or something else. I'm gonna call you Dan. Hello, Dan. I don't know what else to tell you. If you're still here, feel free to ask some questions. Chronos says Progress is his middle name. Thomas asks, are you going to give them heat? No, Thomas. You only have to worry about heat in the winter maps. If you don't play a winter map, which this is not, there's no heat to worry about. Luke says, hey, you magically trained cops. Police are complaining no donut shops. Well, there are donut shops now that I put down all of that low density commercial. In fact, you can see some in the distance. Luke says police is donut powered. It's required for their controlled drive. It puts some fat on those control nacelles, though. Luke says Mafia Town, cops unneeded. Thomas says don't forget schools. Kronos says the mob joke shall never get tiresome. Luke says what's the deal with so many highways? Well, the highways are built on the map before you start the game. They're outside the borders of the city. So that's why there are so many highways. Because once you start the game, you can't build outside. You're not supposed to be able to build outside the borders of the city. So you want to have all those highways in place. Luke says there's more highways than buildings. Outside the city, yes. Inside the city, not really. There's a lot of streets, but you need a lot of streets in a city. Chronos says it's a cement thing. Yeah, wow, look at that traffic. I need to do something about that traffic coming into the city. Luke says, oh, game logic, gotcha. The best kind of non-logic. Actually, it's mafia logic, says Chronos. Thomas says Grand Theft Auto logic is the best. Thomas says, I mean, who gets out of their car during a shootout and run? Luke says, surprisingly more people than you think. The only difference is they usually do it way before you're close to them. Luke says, especially if I say that, I'm going to get banned from YouTube. Luke says, oh wait, you're talking about the game. That town, so lifelike. Sorry, the motive is unknown, yes. Anybody could have been saying that. Luke says the people are complaining they don't have basic equipment. True story. Anti-Tracker says I'm listening in and out while working. If I ever had some extra time, I want to learn to master this game. Yes, it's a very addicting game, Anti-Tracker. The only thing I can tell you is that if you don't have time to play, but you've got time to listen in the background to YouTube videos of other people playing, it is almost as satisfying as playing. I kid you not. It's almost as fun. Sometimes I look even more forward to watching other people play the game. There's this channel called, he's a college kid, and I think he's got over 100,000 subscribers, maybe 200,000. It's crazy. But he plays mostly this game now. His name is Spike Viper. 2 words, Spike and Viper. He's got tons of videos on City Skylines. Man, they're a lot of fun to watch. There's another channel, Sceniac 2, who will come up if you watch any City Skylines videos. He's got a bunch of City Skyline videos. His accent takes a little getting used to, but other than that, he's really fun to watch. And man, you learn a lot about playing the game. Look how beautiful that is. I just want to send a meteor into it or something. Luke says Thomas Potts probably mentally disabled citizen person. Thomas, or you can get Minecraft Bedrock Edition and play on my friend in Mine Realm. Thomas, I want the same game but set in Star Trek. That would be something. Kronos, I've heard of French schools have the best meals. Prove me wrong. There's the French lunch, a baguette, some cheese, some wine, and some chocolate for dessert. Kronos, Luke says they don't. Kronos says, please don't ask me about school meals here. I've never been to one. Luke says, you didn't miss me. You didn't miss much me, I guess. Kronos says, I could have, I'll never know. I had a handful of school meals over the years. Everything I've heard, they've gotten progressively worse. And they did not start out great, so man, I think they've gone from bad to worse. Bird of Prey 5, you were doing so well, catching up. It's not more energy, it's a way to store energy. Use electricity to break down water and make hydrogen. Then you use hydrogen to produce electricity. That way you get power. Anti-Tracker says Dan lol. Well, I gotta call him something, Anti-Tracker. He can correct me if I'm wrong. Luke says even at night. Sees an Asian name, calls him Dan. What do you want me to call him, Thomas? Anything else would be racist. Luke says, but if it's a steady production, nah, I don't think that works. Anti-Tracker removed a message. Spike Viper, you sure that's not just Dan? Pretty sure. Luke says wine for children. Oh man, come on, Luke. We know the drinking age in France is like 12 years old. Kids are drinking wine all the time. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to pretend that it's not true. Anti-Tracker is quoting me. Any other name than Dan is racist. Okay, back to the game. Man, but look how nice that city is. Not so much this dirty industrial area. City needs more power. Okay, okay. We've gotta fix our... Oh man, look at this blackout. How does this happen? Fine. Screw it. I'm gonna put down this cheaty Tesla. It's 200 megawatts. Where will I put it? I just need to put it down quickly. There. There. Electricity availability has skyrocketed. Consumption 96 megawatts. Production 290 megawatts. So, yeah, what is this person complaining of? Not enough educated workers. What type of education do you need to work in a drugstore? I guess you need a drug pharmacist. Look at these. Look at these buildings. Okay, so people want more education. The trouble with this game is if you give them more education, then you don't have people to work industry. Oh man, look at this traffic. The whole point of these roundabouts was they were supposed to be able to handle traffic. This is not a good situation. What the hell is going on here? Why are they stopping? Is there a traffic light here? No, there's no traffic light. No, now there's no traffic light. And now there's no traffic light here. Just go. It's safe. There you go. Huh. I'm really surprised at this traffic backup. This used to work so well in my other cities. Let's see, where else are we having traffic issues? Traffic here is fine. And where was the traffic I saw? Traffic here is fine. Man, there's a lot of people coming in. Why? Why is there... Oh. What the hell happened here? This highway is all screwed up. These are not connected. Did I have the... I have the wrong directions. Ah. These highways are completely backwards. Oh. Out of city limits. It's not even letting me edit the goddamn roads. Oh no. What the hell? Is it completely the wrong way, all the way to the edge of the map? It is. Ah. I have a mod that's supposed to let me build outside the city limits. Why isn't it working? I'll have to... We'll have to fix this next time. I'll have to get that mod enabled. And we'll have to fix this. Because right now, all the traffic, it has to go out. Has to go out through the top here. Because I hooked the highway up wrong. I suppose for now I could, I don't know if it would be any help, but I could just connect the highway like that, in case any cars wanted to come down and change direction. Yeah, this is a bit of a mistake. Oh well. The best laid plans. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Traffic is moving much better now. Okay, what I would like to do, I'd rather do it in daylight, is expand some industry. Okay, well, let's do it this. Let's put down, we've got a natural harbor here. As weird as that sounds, let's take advantage of it and put in a port. Now this takes both ship and train traffic. So I'd have to build a road and a train. Okay. Really? Did it need to build a tunnel? Whatever. I don't even care. Another tunnel. Okay. Okay. Let's put down some industry here so that we can give it power. It needs water, I bet. Yes. Okay, that I don't need. Okay. Okay. And we'll give it power. You know what? You're right. We're gonna need this power thing anyway. We'll put a power cube there so it always has power, but we gotta connect it to the grid. Okay. Now the train will just have to wait a bit because I don't wanna bring it all the way over. I think we are gonna be good for today. We'll go back to, we'll save the game. Let me go back to the comments and we'll take a look at what we've got so far. Luke says not in school. Then he says only in secondary school. Lol. Luke says you ran out of coal. Oh yeah, I forgot about coal. Thomas says so he gives no water, police, and power. Bird of Prey 5 2020. Screw it at Bird of Prey 5. You're now the perfect politician. Thomas is breaking news. FBI looking into where Bird of Prey is getting all that money. Thomas says, is it foggy or is that me? No, it's definitely foggy. It's smog in the pollution. Luke says it's pollution. Kronos says it's mob smog. Thomas says, fun fact, before being elected mayor, Bird of Prey 5 was transportation director. Kronos says, when you have peeps running down a highway, you're probably doing something wrong. I can't control what goes on in the highway, Kronos. It's outside my jurisdiction. Luke is laughing. Thomas retracted a message. Luke says, Mafia mod. The mayor will receive an offer he can't refuse. Chrono says roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Some emojis. Chrono says dough. And then he asks, Alexa, who were the original road builders?
I'm not sure.
She's not sure. Okay, guys, thank you so much for hanging out.
I'm not sure.
Thank you, Alexa.
Anytime.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Anti-Tracker, if you can still hear this. Thoughts and prayers to Mrs. Anti-Tracker, you and the rest of the family. Well, we'll see how this went, guys, and if it goes well, I'll try to do this again sometime later or tomorrow, more likely tomorrow. I'll try and do a regular stream. But hey, you let me know what you thought of this in the comments. Curious if you find it interesting or not. And I won't be offended if the answer is not. So take care. Qapla. Remember, if you're watching this and you like it, please like. If you don't like it, please dislike. But go ahead and leave me a comment and let me know what I could do better, what you'd prefer to see. And if you do like it, subscribe, share it, tell your friends, tell your enemies. Subscribe your family members. Go to your school and subscribe anyone, you know, who you see. You get their phone for a minute. Just log into YouTube and subscribe them. They'll thank you later. And Qapla all. Hopefully City on the Edge of Forever continues to keep growing. Bird of Prey 5 out.